This
so that
conference
I'll
will
be
now
sharing.
be recorded.
Okay, so we will start with manual testing. So whenever we learn something, so why actually we are learning, that is the first question we have, right? So what is testing? Before we start, what is testing? Why actually we need to test? Why? Can we have some answers? Anything you can, it's fine. No answer is wrong, so you can answer anything.
To give the quality of the product,
Okay.
Yeah,
To give or to check the quality.
like both.
Okay,
To
both.
check the
Fine.
product, whether it is meeting client requirements.
Okay.
to check the
Yes. So
product
why?
if it is working correctly before going to into the production.
Yes, correct. Okay. One is to check the quality. Yes. Second is to check before production, means before we give it to client, right? Both are same, right? Before we give it to client or end user. So we give, before we give to end user or a client, we check the quality. Also, what we have the reasons for performing the testing, anything?
Bug free.
Yes, to make the application bug free, right? Bug free, or like we have to understand the requirement and are we meeting the requirements or not, right?
Yeah,
So the main objective of testing is,
to meet the requirements or expectations.
right, the expectations. Exact word is expectation. So requirement or expectations are met or not, right? So that is, the expectations are met, we have to verify that, so that is why we perform the testing. Also, like if we do not test, do we really understand what is working, what is not working? Can we have that guess? No, right? Guessing will not work in the real time. So if we say to the client, I guess everything will work, client will not be happy. He is paying in the millions, right? He want a assurance. Yes. So we get a confidence with the testing. Yes or no?
Yes.
So we test means it's working. We can say for sure it will work. There is no question on it will work or not. How we say that? When we test, then only we can say yes, right? If we do not test, can we say that with the confidence that yes, this is working or this will work? No, right? So to gain the confidence also we need to test, right? We get a confidence about the features that are developed, that are working. So we have QA team to give that confidence. So QA is called quality assurance. Okay, so these are some of the reasons for performing the testing. Good, the reasons are fine, right? So why we actually test, we are clear with. Now we will see what is testing. Okay, are we good with this? Why we test?
Yeah.
Yes, we get a quality, right? We have to check before we give it to client, and to make sure the application is bug free. So which is little bit same, okay, to make the application bug free or to get the confidence, and application, like the requirements are met, exact requirements we have to met. So if like user says, or the end user says, or the client says that I want application which will have a login feature, so obviously we will test as per the requirement or the expectations are met or not. Okay, and with the testing only we will get the confidence. If we do not test, we don't know which features will work, which features will not work, what will fail, what will not work, we don't have any clarity about it. So we will not have any idea. If we test and we know these things will not work, we can clearly upfront say the client that these are the features that may not work, so do not use these features. We can say that, that is fine. So if you have some well known defects, you can communicate that in the release, saying that these are the defects that already are known defects. So known issues, under the known issues we can mention some of the known issues, and we can give the confidence that okay, rest apart from these are the things that we have tested and that are working fine. So that is where we need to test. This is what, why we need to test. Good. Now what is testing, we will see. Okay, what is testing? It's a process. So it is a process in which we have checkpoint. So what is a checkpoint? So we have the objectives and we will check that the objective is met or not. We have objective and we check the objective is met or not. So objective is met means it's pass. Objective is not met means it's fail. What is objective? For example, for any application. So I'll take some of the applications. So we will see some application which is anything. So I'll take this paper fry, where on this application we will just see what is objective and what we test for this application. Okay, so this application is for furniture purchase, so people can search and place a order. Okay, so any application you can take as an example. Now I'm taking example of this paper fry application where we have some of the furnitures and we will place the order. So what is objective here? Objective is the user should be able to search furniture. That's objective. And if the objective is met, we will say it's pass. Pass means it's working fine. So testing is the process. In the process we check the objective is met or not, means in the testing process we check working or not working, means pass or fail. Main thing is pass or fail in the testing. In short, if we write, we are checking pass or fail. Can I say this pass or fail? I'm checking only the pass or fail. So the objective is user is able to search furniture or not. Yes, if he, yeah, yes, if he is able to, then it is pass. If not, then fail. So either or, like pass or fail. If the user is searching for any table, then the search result should be displayed. If the result is not displayed, then it's fail, right? So there are two things that may happen in the testing. One is pass and one is fail. So if something is pass, then we are good. So we will not worry about the pass things, but we have to worry about a fail. If something is getting failed, then what we do actually? We report a bug, right? Bug is a failure in the application that we report to the developers. Yes. So anything which is fail, that will be a bug, bug or defect.
Uh, Priya, I have a question.
Yes.
For example, in this case, if we fail, so we will report the bug. So so what actually, I just wanted to know what we will say, like the particular function is not working, or like what?
Yes. Okay, good question. So when we have, like we are testing this paperfry application, consider that we are searching for a table clocks and we are not getting the search result. So we reveal, so how we will report? We will report that user is not able to get the search results for the table, what we have seen, table clock. Okay. So we will mention something what we are trying to achieve. So if the things are not working exactly, we will write in the simple plain English. You can write. So the wordings or the sentence can be in your format. You can write user is not able to get the search result or search results are not displayed. You can write it in either way also. Like if you write search result for table clock is not displayed. This is also fine. Both are valid defects. In your wordings, you can write. So I'll write this as a defect. Fine. Okay. Got it? How we report? We will see some practicals on how we report the defects. We will see in detail. Now we will see about introduction about what is testing, what actually the testing we do. So everyone able to understand what is testing?
Yes.
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 Yes, it's very simple. Simple words like we test and we verify it's working, it's not working. Knowingly, unknowingly, we do testing in our daily life, right? When we go and shop some food items, we check the expiry date and we decide whether the price is like in the budget or not, we should buy it or not, as per the need it is or not, and then we make a choice. As a end user we decide, okay, let's purchase this or not. So that is kind of a testing only, but as a end user we are performing that testing, right? Simple. We do the testing every day, every time whenever we go for a shop or when we pay some amount. Obviously, we will check for a usefulness of that product. In the same way, we have the software when we have like when we are developing some application. So obviously, the end user who is going to use, he will check the usefulness. Now we will try to understand how the industry structure about the development and testing will be there. Like, okay, so consider this is organization. Okay, any tech company we are a part of, and what will be there? There is a development team. Who is a development team? Like they will write the code, right? They will write code means what? The page they will develop, like this page, how these options are displayed, drop downs are displayed, or the page behind the scene, what is the code they write. If we right click and view page source, then we get to see the code. This is the code the developers will write. We are not responsible for it. We will not worry also how they write and everything. We have to just know that yes, these are the people, they write this code. If something is not working, we will give them information that this is not working, you guys please fix. Yes, so this team will be responsible for developing the application, means writing the code, which is for a web page, HTML code they write. Then they write a JavaScript, CSS. That is a text stack they use and develop this, which is fine. So the developers, there are number of people. So you might be having people in the team. So for example, you have like 10 members. Okay, so I'll just mention 10 developers here as a number. Okay, and there will be QAs in the same tech company, or Another tech company is also fine. Then there are some 4 to 5 QAs. So in the industry, always and always there are less number of QAs than the developers, because the development work has more critical work and it's like more work they have, whereas in the QA less people are required, so QA size will be little less. Now fine, so what we will do is we will try to understand who is the client and how the client is going to give us the requirement. Okay, so now this is a tech company and we have some senior management. Okay, or the business people, they will bring the business and the client will give the requirement. So client is some external company, right? This is the client, so I'll mention this as a client. They may be like, in our example, Paperfly people, like these are the people. Okay, those who want this application to release in the market and run a business. So the client people, then these client people will have their team. Okay, so no need to worry about much on that. So what actually get we get the requirements. The requirements will be like, we have the senior management or the product owner. Like, who is a product owner? Director level person. He will get all the requirements, he will take the requirements and give these requirements to the developers and QAs. The requirements are given to developers, same requirements are given to QAs also. QAs are responsible for testing, right? And developers are responsible for developing, means writing the code. Clear? Now we have development lead, development manager. So all three, or like all 10 members are not same. There are some junior developers. Consider 3 are junior, 3 are senior developers, 2 are the leads, 1 is a manager. Like this. In the QA also we have 2 junior QA, 2 senior QAs, like that. Or in that, 1 senior QA and 1 lead. Like that we will have. A different level of people will be there, junior, senior and senior, or a lead manager level. So all included 10, I'm saying all included for QAs. This is in general the structure in the company. Yes, clear with this structure? Any questions on the structure? Simple?
Yes, Priya.
Yes. So now here in the requirement, what they give actually, when we say they give requirement, so they give the requirement, that may be Word file, that may be screenshot, that may be in the different formats. So they give a screenshot of the page, or they will just create a design on the paint or any application. They will give, okay, I want an application with this look and feel. Okay, with this name, these menus, these options, and it should have this feature. There should be sort by option, newest, or these are the options should be there, and these are the brands, they should be available. So every detail the client will give, from the look and feel, from the menu options, from the features, everything. So however the client has given each and every requirement, the developer should develop exactly same, right? So they will have a logo prepared, they will have everything given, so developers will develop accordingly. Also, as a QA, we will also test in the same expectations. Means the client is, suppose client gave us some document, Word document, in that entire story, like entire details are mentioned. There is all the features, like in the furniture, what are the furnitures included, in the home decor, what are the features available or what are the options available, in the lamps and lightings, what are the options are available, those options will be mentioned. Also some screenshots they will give, or we can say the images from the paint they will create and give, okay, this is what I want in the size, in the color, or like this format we want entire application to be developed. So the requirements may be in the different formats. So what I mean here, requirements may be in the different formats. The screenshots are called wireframes, means how actually the application will look like, that is wireframes will be given. The documents will be given, word documents, that is called business requirement document, which will have all the details, which is BRD. BRD is business requirement document. So I'll mention here BRD, business requirement document, the client gave to the product owner. He is responsible for delivering this entire project with the quality to the client. He is responsible. So now he will divide that work into the smaller chunks and give it to dev team that okay, first develop this one, because we cannot develop everything in a one go as a developer, and we cannot test everything in a one go. So there are some priority features which we have to develop first, means as a product owner I'm thinking and I'm explaining. So there are some features we have to develop first, there are some features we have to test first. So whatever is developed that will be tested, right? Before even development can we test? We can only just understand the requirement, we cannot actually test, but we can prepare ourselves for the testing. So before testing, when the developers are understanding the requirement, QAs will also understand the requirement, that is we are preparing ourselves for the testing. So what we do in the understanding requirement, in the understanding requirement we just read the document, we just try to understand. So now when I say Paperfry, you might have used this application. When I say like this is furniture, online furniture store, we are able to understand. But not all the applications that we will be working will not be very simple to understand. We may have to spend some days to understand what actually the client wants. So we have to spend few days or a month as well to understand the application, then test. Later we will test. First is understanding, right? First is we have to understand. So this is about development steps we will see. So how actually the development is done, how actually the testing is done. So I'll not go in detail today only. We will see the steps of development, SDLC, STLC tomorrow. On a high level, we have seen or we discussed about there is a client, they will give the requirement, and there is a product owner, some director level person, he will understand the requirement and he will decide what we have to do. So he will plan everything, the development activities, the testing activities, he will guide entire team, even the managers he will guide, okay, what we have to do, when we have to do, and if something not working, then how to communicate to client. Every responsibility is of product owner, he will handle the client. If in case we are not able to deliver on time, he will communicate whatever is completed, he will communicate that these are the things that are completed, we will give it to you, like this. He will take the requirements from a client, so he is a point of contact for a client and this tech company. And on the ground there are QAs and developers, they will actually work in the team for development and testing. Clear? Very simple. The structure is simple. Yes.
Yes,
Very good. Okay, so can I ask some questions now?
sure.
Yes. So what actually the client will give, or in which all formats the client may give the requirements, and what are the names of the documents?
So they will give business requirement documents.
Okay.
yeah, to the product owners, and they can give in any form, like they can give in Excel or screenshots or like in any Word form or anything.
Yes, correct. Anyone? Others? Try, let's try. Others also try. I want others also to answer this. Yes. Okay, next question. Who is the point of contact for communication between tech company and a client?
Product owner.
Product owner,
Okay. And
Product.
if something we cannot deliver on time, who will communicate to the client?
product owner.
Product owner.
Okay. Yes, correct. Right. Okay. On the ground, actually, what are the teams they are working? What different team members we have in
Development
the
team
team?
and the QA team.
Yes,
Develop.
correct. Yes. So, what are the different levels we have in the teams?
There could be manager level lead, senior,
Hmm.
junior.
Seniors and juniors.
Yes, senior, junior, lead, manager. These are the different levels we will have. Good. Okay. So, now, what is testing?
It's a process in which we do,
Okay.
to like to identify or detect the defects in the software.
Okay. Good. Others?
To make sure expectations are met for the requirements.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a
What
process.
is testing? Yes. What is testing?
It's a
Sorry.
process in which we have certain checkpoints.
Correct. Correct, Kavita? Yes.
Yeah.
Anyone?
So it's a process where we check the objective is met or not.
Correct, Mandira? Correct.
Yeah, it's a process in
Anyone?
which we can check if all the functions are working properly,
Correct.
or we can say if the
Correct.
requirements are met.
Yes, correct.
It's a process to release the quality product to the client
Yes.
in
What
time.
actually we do in the testing actually, like what we do, what we verify.
We verify if the functionalities that the requirements are what the requirements we are given, they are working properly or not.
Yes. So what it means, we check what it is.
The
We check
performance,
the we check
Hmm.
quality of the
user friendly or compatibility,
Hmm. So what
security.
we say when the objective is met.
I mean, all the functionalities are working properly. Well,
Bug free products,
hmm.
that is bug free, we are giving the
Yes.
product.
Okay. So what we say when a bug, like when a requirement is met and it's working fine.
Quality
It's
product,
being passed. It's
Yes.
passed the test.
Yes, it's a pass. So we say it's a pass, Kavita, right? So we decide pass or fail in the testing. Okay. So when something is fail, what we do actually, and what we do when something is pass.
So we report it
Will
to the
raise a defect.
developers. Yeah, we raise
Right.
the defect
They
and
they
report
defect
it to developers.
developers.
Yes, correct. So we report a defect to developer saying that these things are not working. So you have to fix it. Fix means change the code and fix it. Like it should be like this, it should be working as per the expectations, and this is what the expectation, and this is what not working as per the expectation, you fix it. So we report, we provide clear communication, we provide screenshot, we provide complete details, user details, where exactly the issue is. we try to communicate properly so that the developer understands exactly what the issue is and he is fixing that. That is the QA responsibility. QA main responsibility is finding the bugs. Every day or every time whenever we test, the QA responsibility is to report the defects. So if there are defects and QA is not reporting, means it's not good. It's a QA responsibility that whatever you have features or the requirements, you have to test it and report the defects. If not, if the report, like if the defects are not reported, means QA team is not working. If you guys are not reporting, like if we guys are not reporting as a QA any defects, the product owner is able to find or a client is able to find, means QA team is not working. In the simple terms, everyone will say that QA team is not working. So not to get that things on the our headache, like we will obviously test it and report the defects, whatever small issue, big issue, spelling error, it might be look and feel or whatever. If we feel something is not correct, report it. So it's not our headache that we did not test. Whatever we get the requirement to test, we will test and report the defect. So no matter developer will say like how many defects you are reporting, no matter whatever they say, the testing job means we have to report the issues, means the failures in the application. The ultimate job of QA is to report the defects. Now what is defect? Now what is defect? We will try to understand the definition about the defect. So what is defect? In simple words, defect is the difference between expected. Suppose we are expecting login to work, but in actually it is not working. In actual we are not able to log in, means it's a defect. The difference between expected and actual is defect. What is defect? The difference means if both are same, it's not a defect, it's pass. Right? If we are expecting login to work and it's working, then it's a pass. We are not worried about pass things. We are good. So pass means it's fine. Now, if the expectation is login to work, but in actual it's not working, then that is a defect. So the defect is the difference between expected and actual. So whenever there is a difference, it should be reported and that is defect. Okay, good. Good. Are we good with what is defect?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, yes, what is defect? Can we have some answers?
The defect is like having uh, results between expected and actual results.
Yes, the difference, right, Sangeeta?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Or we
Perfect.
can say the defect is the difference between what was expected or what were the requirement and what's the outcome we are having right.
Yes, correct. Correct, Akshat. Very right. Yes, you have very simplified it. Yes. Someone, anyone can try. Yes.
The deviation from the actual result,
And
like if there is a deviation from the actual result, that's like called
expected.
yeah.
Expected versus actual, the deviation is defect, right? Okay. Yes, correct, Aditya. Anyone? Others want to try? Yes. Anyone? Guys, try anyone. Disha, Hanisha, Ambika. So answering to the questions will improve your practice to answer in the interview or in the job. You have to provide the details about what you have done the work. So this will give you the good practice on communicating what you have done, the work done. You obviously have to communicate. So practice answering to the question. So this will be a good opportunity. Whereas now if even if you make mistake, it's fine, the mistake can be corrected, and we already know that we are learning, so no one will mind about any small mistakes that anyone will do. So answer not. Yes, Gracie, you have something to answer.
Yes, an imperfection or deficiency in a work product where it doesn't meet its requirements.
Yes, correct, you have elaborated a bit. Good.
Thank you.
Good. So what is defect, Rajita? So everyone should answer at least one answer, okay, from the different answers, like different questions. From at least you should try few. Yes, Rajita?
Defect means we are not reaching the our actual value compared than expected value.
Yes, so we are not able to get what we actually expecting. That is, we are not getting. So that is where we say defect, right? Okay,
Yes.
you wanted to say this. Okay, good. Good. Yes, these are all valid definitions, whatever you mentioned, that are correct. But technically, if you say difference between expected and actual, it's a fine. That is also correct answer. And you're elaborating it. That is also good. Correct. Now, so defect is clear that what is defect. Now, what is QA responsibilities actually? So as a QA, what is QA? Can we have some answers? What is QA?
The
Quality
person who
Quality
finds
assurance.
the
assurance,
bug. Yeah.
Find the defects in the
quality of quality testing.
Yes, the quality assurance team is called QA. So QA team is quality assurance, like we assure that quality is met. The assurance is given by this team, so the team is called QA team or test analyst. These are the names of the jobs in the QA. Test engineer, QA engineer, QA automation engineer. I hope you already know all this. Yes,
Yes, Priya.
Yes.
good. Okay, good. So, just quick round of some of the questions I have. So, you can just mention yes, no. So, how many are from non IT and very new to QA, very new to testing, very new to like Java or Eclipse, everything,
Me,
very new.
Rajita.
Okay, others, how many?
Kavita.
myself,
I am from the IT department, but so I mean from the IT background.
Uh,
But the thing is, I have never worked as a QA, or I have never been into the Java and all those.
okay, okay, fine. So, okay. Instead of me, can we like can you type in the chat so that I have a count, like out of 18 we have like around 10 people are from non IT or new to technology or new to Java, new to testing. Okay, so that like I get a clarity, like I have to go little slow or I have to go little faster, or like to ask questions as well, or how much time we should spend on basic concepts. I'll get some details about what we have the audience. Okay, Be honest, guys. No one is going to give you anything on this. There is no weightage to this at all. Like whether you are from non IT or IT, it doesn't matter. This training is specially for non IT, where every detail will be shared from the very basic. We will start the topics from why we are learning. From that point we will start, so you get a clarity why we are learning, then how we are using that, then some assignments on that, then some practicals, so you get a good understanding. Okay, so almost all are, we have new to IT, like IT but new to QA, new to QA and coding. Okay, so now I want, like, to know about who is from IT or know little bit about coding or know little bit about any QA things or Java. Okay, Akshat. Anyone we have? So, so Akshat, you know Java or basic concepts? Aditya, I'm not able to hear you. You are speaking like,
Oh no, no, I'm not speaking. I'm just on unmute. That's it.
okay, okay,
So
okay. No worries.
Priya,
Yeah. Hmm.
yeah. So Priya, actually, yes, I am from the IT background, and I have studied and worked for some time in QA. But
Okay.
that was in 2014, I guess. So, and just for few months, and I have also at that time took the training of for QTP in 2014 or 15, I guess.
Yes, yes,
So,
right, right.
but after
Mm.
that, I have been never been into QA. I was into SAP before coming
Okay,
to Canada. So,
okay, okay. So yes, on the era of like 2012, 13, 14, that time QTP was very famous. And
yeah.
actually, when I started my career also,
Uh-huh.
yes, so I know that how it was. The industry was like having only manual testing or QTP automation. The VB script will be used little bit. And yeah,
Yeah,
now
QTP
then
used to be
later
a very
on.
famous product
Hmm.
from HP. So,
Yes, yes, it's a paid
All
licensed
right.
tool.
So you
yeah.
guys have
Yes, anyone? Someone saying something? No, good.
So for using Selenium, we should know like the like how much like Java we should have like and only we need to have the knowledge of Java or any other language for using Selenium.
Not any other language is needed. No other language, only Java. And
Okay,
in the Java as well, like core Java, if you know, it's enough.
just the basic
So
like right.
yes, just the basic core Java OOPS concept. What is inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction, encapsulation?
Okay,
If you know that, the core Java concepts, enough.
okay, got it.
Not too much complicated things, advanced Java, Java beans, or that is not at all needed. We are not going to use that all topics, never in the QA. Like we will never use. So on this, like we will cover Java also in the training, that is basic Java, so that you understand when we write the code what actually we are writing, what are the methods, what is actually a method is, and then we have some inbuilt method in Selenium. We are going to use that method. What a method meaning is, what it will do for us, we have to know that. That is the practicals we are going to discuss for the Selenium. And Selenium is very simple than a Java. So if we go into Java, you may feel like, with the candidate's experience, I'm saying, you may feel that it's little difficult, but it's not at all. But Selenium is much more simple than Java. Okay, much more simple. We have the commands or the methods as per the use. We have to understand what is the command we have to use for launching a browser, closing a browser, or to click on something, or something, some actions as a QA we do. Then that's it. So that is our job, and we are good with that. And it will be like easy if we do little practice on that. So we have set of assignments designed, set of study materials designed, so that your learning journey is much more smoother, much more easier. I hope you are liking the way I'm taking the sessions. So if you have any feedback, anything like to go a little slow, a little faster, or explain some of the topics in detail, so we will have that discussions again, and I'll reiterate through the topics if needed. Okay, so that's about a day one, guys. Any questions you have?
Priya, there are like hundreds of tools for automation, right?
Yes.
So why we only use Selenium or like
Yeah.
Cucumber.
Okay, good question. Yes. Hmm. Yeah, Gracie, you have some question? Tell me.
Hi Priya, can you please repeat the Java topics that we have to learn? Um,
Okay.
Inheritance,
Core
tooling.
Java. Okay, yes. I'll mention here. So what we need, the core Java. So basic, we will say if else statements, loop statements, okay, and oops concept. So what is oops concept? Inheritance, like I'll write everything, encapsulation, polymorphism, and abstraction and inheritance. So these are four oops concept we have. Okay, and these are the things. If you know this, it's fine. Like also, if you know exception handling, the basic definition, meaning of it will be fine. Collections, this is all part of core Java. So these are some 5 to 6 topics that you should know. That's more than enough. It is. Okay, and I have a request, guys. Like everyone, whenever you join the session, take the notes. Like take the notebook, paper, pen, and take your notes. Whenever you will have to revise the topics, you will not have time to go through the recordings. No one will have the time to go through the recordings of entire 2 months trainings after the training is done. So if you have the written notes, you can quickly revise. You can take help of those things in the future as well. So it will make your learning process much more easier, and you will get, or you will learn more if you take the notes. And whenever you are learning something, you have to build that student attitude, like I'm a student, I'm learning something. So prepare your notes, prepare or like write down something, practice something, so that you learn it very quickly. So whenever we complete the topic, you know it. So that is how it should go. So the practice and training should go hand in hand, and whenever the topics are done, your practice is also done. So once after training is done, you know all the topics, you have done these small assignments or little practice as well, and you're good with the topics. So that is going to give you the good results. Fine. Just do not think that I'm a experienced person, or like I'm not a student, so I just join, and just audio we listen, because it's a technical, the technical words or the definitions, the meanings we forget. If it is a general communication or discussion, we don't need actually something to write. But when we are learning something technical, you have to make a note, and many words, maybe it's a day one, you know many things that we have discussed today, but going further we will have some topics that are very new, like you are listening just first time, then that may be difficult to remember after a session. So try to bring a notebook, paper, pen, like as a student, and join from the laptop, so that you get a wider screen, you understand what we are discussing, and make a notes. So just do not join from a mobile just to join. So join from the laptop so that you get better learning experience and better learnings in the training. So in case of emergency, you can join from a mobile as well instead of being absent for the trainings. But try to join from the laptop so that you understand really well. And ask questions if you have any. Okay.
Priya, I have a question.
Yes.
We will be getting the recorded class sessions as well, because
Yes, you will get.
yeah, sometimes it is actually very difficult to join the class because we are working also. So
Yes, yes, got it. Yes. So obviously, if in case you miss the session, you can go through the recording, you can ask questions, you can send a mail, which is fine. Okay, your all
o-
queries will be answered. You can practice on assignments, ask questions. We will have sessions regularly. We will have some assignment discussion sessions as well, based on the convenience, so that you have the chance to ask questions, you get a clarity. Okay, yes.
okay. And from where
And
we will find this recorded classes? I mean,
yeah, I'll send a mail. So we will have
okay,
the mails, mail communication will start.
okay,
So you will get the recordings so that you can practice. Okay, you
oh,
will get a yes.
thank you.
So yes, we have one more question, like why Selenium? Why people are asking Selenium? Okay, there are some advantages of Selenium. Like Selenium is free and it's simple. It supports multiple languages: Java, JavaScript, PHP, Perl, C sharp, some 6 languages it supports. It's a free. It can be integrated with multiple tools. And when Selenium was in the market, like when there was a QTP, now after QTP in 2016-17, when Selenium started, or Selenium was there in the market, there was no other competitor for Selenium, so everyone used Selenium. Now automation testing equals to Selenium, that is the trend happened, that is how the industry has looked. But in the recent times, from the 2020, we have other applications as well, like we have Cypress, we have Playwright, but they are yet to take the market which already Selenium has taken. So Selenium people have used it. Many companies are following that. So they are not changing or moving towards another technology, because they already spent some time and years into developing some frameworks in the Selenium. So when Selenium came into market, there was no other competitor, and it was the first tool that was free. So everyone used Selenium. Still, Selenium has the huge market, whereas there are number of job openings for the Selenium automation testers as compared to any other automation testing tools. So everyone will learn Selenium, and if you learn Selenium, like as everyone is learning, the chances of getting jobs will increase. And even the companies are looking at, if they have opening in the Cypress as well, they will hire a person who knows Selenium, and they will ask that person to learn Cypress and write a code. Because if you know one automation testing tool, you can write run the script on other automation tools also. It's a simple to learn other automation tools when you know one tool. Now Selenium became a standard for automation, that if you know automation means do you know Selenium, people are asking like that. And 90% of the projects in the industry are automated using the Selenium, because it was the first free tool in the market and people have used it, and it supports many tools, many integrations. It's very powerful, and still it has a very good market. So Selenium we are learning, and still the job openings are for Selenium, even though we have Cypress or Playwright. Okay. Okay, fine.
Priya, one
Did I
last
answer your
question.
question?
Priya, one last question. So, on an average, like how many days we might expect this it takes for the training?
Okay, so the training you can expect around 40 hours,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
and
Okay.
40 to 45 hours. In the 45 hours we can complete, but it
Okay.
depends here and there based on the audience.
Mm-hmm.
So if we have like complete non-IT audience, we may have to go bit sessions bit slow. So
Okay.
what I will do is I'll take a session for 1.5 hours so that we are
Okay.
completing a bit early. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
so
Sounds
that
good.
way we can cover like in a month or in a 1.5 months, or like we have some practicals to be done at the end of the project, like at the end of the training, some projects or some discussion. So we will
Mm-hmm.
wind up in within 2 months, like within that timeline, so that
Okay.
we are all good to apply for the jobs and get the jobs as soon as possible,
Perfect.
right?
Sounds good, Priya. Thank you.
Yeah. So, any questions? We will meet again tomorrow. If you have questions, you can ask me tomorrow as well. No worries. And okay, no
Okay, Priya.
questions.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Hope everyone is understanding what we are learning. Everyone is able to understand how the trainings are going or how the trainings are going to be. Yes, you have any feedback, you can share with me in a group, individually, anything is fine. So not able to understand, you can ask questions at any point of time. Okay. Yes. Okay, so with this we will wind up for today, and we will meet tomorrow same time. Thank you guys, have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you, Priya.